back to St. Francis TV, everyone. We're so happy you're joining us today. We have a very important episode of information to share. Every year, St. Francis of Assisi participates in the Bishop's Annual Appeal. This appeal is so important, not only for individuals to participate in, but for our entire community to be involved with and to participate in. With me today, I have a very important guest. Our Director of Finance, Rob Nappel, is here with me, and he's going to be discussing some of the ways that the BAA supports, helps, does good work in our community. So first, Rob, I'd like to ask, people often ask, what is the BAA?
Well, the BAA is an appeal that's put out every year around the same time frame, the end of January into February. And it's asking the parishes to support the operation of the Diocese of Raleigh. This year, to make it simple and try to make it easier for people to understand, it's got four basic themes that they're putting: proclaiming the gospel, serving our communities, educating our next generation, and also spreading hope and love within the community. So those are the themes that are wrapped around this year's BAA.
Mm-hmm. So, and why is it important for our community to come together as a whole to participate in the Bishop's Annual Appeal?
Because St. Francis of Assisi Parish is part of the Diocese of Raleigh. Mm-hmm. We have a school. The Diocese of Raleigh is where the superintendent of the Catholic schools resides, so their office is there and is partially funded by the BAA. We also have support of, faith formation. Catechesis comes out of the Diocese of Raleigh. Jim Sabek, who's associated with our parish, Father
yes,
Jim,
absolutely.
Is the director of divine worship of the diocese, so it funds the work that he does across the entire diocese. It also assists, a lot of the charities that we support through our Peace and Justice organization, Catholic Charities, Catholic Relief Services, those types of operations that the diocese is heavily involved in and drives. So there's a lot that means a lot to this parish that it supports.
Well, and beyond our parish stores, I know that the money we raise here will also impact for the good, the common good. For example, children who may not be able to afford Catholic education, mm-hmm. the Bishop's Annual Appeal, that money can also help children in counties or areas of our state who may not have access to funds.
Yeah, and that's really important when you start looking at some of the rural areas, mm-hmm. or the coastal, where it's seasonal mm-hmm. participation, where the parish may not have enough steady participation and attendance to support their operation. So the diocese steps in and helps there. Another example was last year when the pandemic hit and we all shut down. The diocese stepped forward and provided parishes, us included, relief, some financial relief of, like putting off mortgage payments with our mortgages are through the diocese. Things like, some of the other assessments that we had, those were put away for that year for the last 3 months to help. And they did that across the diocese. So, it gives them an ability to have funds available that when parishes become under stress, that they can step in and provide assistance.
So all of us together, the work that we did to raise the funds for the Bishop's Annual Appeal last year across the state actually ended up benefiting everyone.
Everyone in the Diocese of Raleigh, which is the whole,
beautiful.
The east part of North Carolina. There's over about 100, entities that are supported by the Diocese of Raleigh.
So if families or people or folks that are registered here at St. Francis are looking to find the way to contribute to this year's appeal, mm-hmm. what do they need to do?
You need to go online. There are links in our bulletin to get there. There's also, if you go to the Diocese of Raleigh, there's an icon down there for the BAA. You click on that, and it will take you to their online giving. You can do a pledge there. You can set up your payment, or you could write a check to the Diocese of Raleigh. You know, we had a mailing that just recently arrived, I think 2 weekends ago, that had a card and an envelope in it. We also have some available after Mass at the long table. You know, we are promoting it for the next 5 weeks through the bulletin and pulpit announcements, and we do have the envelopes available in the brochures if people want to get more information on it. The other way that you can go and give to the BAA is if you go into, you know, our bulletin or our website, there is a link there that will take you directly to the diocese BAA giving site. So that's another option for you.
The work that the Bishop's Annual Appeal does is work that addresses the common good. And if we're after taking care of our brothers and sisters, when we all work together to make the appeal successful, we're benefiting everyone in the Raleigh Diocese.
Yes.
And I love that. I think that's wonderful to see a whole group of people coming together.
Right, and like last year we highlighted, you know, Father Jairo.
Yeah.
Recently came through, you know, was a seminarian for the Diocese of Raleigh. Now he's here, you know, so it supports the seminarian work. You know, so it touches us in a lot of ways that, you know, sort of fly under the radar. But it's really the backstop that we have, you know, to ensure that, you know, faith formation is going forward, that we have, you know, seminarians that are filling spots, you know, as we have vacancies. You know, again, I'll go back to the schools. You know, the largest share that goes out of the BAA goes actually to education and faith formation. So, I mean, it's a wonderful thing, and I have to say, years ago, I was a little skeptical of it myself, not knowing, but, you know, through my years of working with it, you know, I have a deeper appreciation and actually see the work that it does in the various parishes. So I think it's, you know, I've changed my outlook on it.
I think I have too. As the former director of stewardship here at St. Francis, I have time and time again bore witness to the good work that it does. And it does require that we all come together. If we think of it as our family here and our extended family around the Raleigh Diocese, we have to, you know, challenge ourselves to be there for one another, and this is a great way to do it. If you need more information, all of that information is posted here today on this episode of St. Francis TV. We're deeply grateful for anything that we can contribute, that we can come together collectively and make happen for this very important Bishop's Annual Appeal. And just a quick note, we need to all applaud ourselves for the great work that we did last year. We had a really big goal. What was our goal last year?
$509,088.
And what did we achieve of that goal?
100.5%.
So we overachieved. If we can do that last year, we can do even more this year. So again, thank you. You guys rock. I look forward to hearing about how successful it goes this year. And I'm deeply, deeply grateful for everyone who's participating. We're so happy to see you again here at St. Francis TV, and we look forward to seeing you again soon.